So, okay. Well, thank you again. So I am excited. We were just talking about the change of seasons and how it's cathartically healthy for you to make change with the change of season, that your body can catch the momentum of things happening and going on around you. And something that I think about when I think about fall and when I think about autumn and this time of year is the leaves shedding and how they change color and they release and they shed. And that's something that I really have been looking at. I even talked about it a little bit last Wednesday, and it was how I was holding on to so many things that I thought I needed to have. I was holding on to over 8 bags of clothing of size 4, 6, and super small size 8 clothing that I've been holding on to that's been taking up space for 3 years, preventing me from using my closets and my drawers because I've been holding on to this expectation that I need to be a size 4 or a size 6. And I did not realize that holding on to that was actually causing a negative thought pattern in my brain. Because every time I would try to reorganize or make room or make space, I ended up just piling things on top of each other and just constantly being in this place of mess and nowhere to put what I actually need because I'm holding on to these things that I don't fit in yet. And I got to a point where I actually was starting to kind of think I'm didn't make progress or I didn't have any success if I couldn't fit in these size 4 and these size 6 clothing. But I went from a size 26, 28 to a size 10. That's a big progress. That is a success. And so if something that is in my life that I'm holding on to is telling me that I'm less than, or I'm letting it take me, I'm directing my thoughts and I'm going down that rabbit hole that is making it less than helpful for me on this journey, I want to encourage the conversation of letting it go, and that sometimes quitting is the right answer, and letting go that expectation and think about the excitement of if my body ever fits a size 6 clothing, I will get to buy new clothing. I don't have to hold on to the scarcity of I won't be able to afford it. I think part of me was like holding on to these clothes like I should be there already, and why am I not there, and why am I staying in maintenance mode, why do I keep just like doing the same thing, and I started having all these negative thoughts. So for me, one big thing that I quit was really being able to catch those expectations I'm putting on myself and find out, why do I need this now, instantly, immediately? Like, what is it that I need to hold on to all these things? And what if there's someone right now in a size 4 or a size 6 that could benefit from those clothings? So I donated those 8 bags of clothing, and I'm just imagining that there's a young mom out there who needs some casual business wear for her new job. I'm imagining a household that maybe we've had a couple fires in Catasauqua that people have lost all their belongings. I'm imagining that my clothing that I've been holding on to these expectations for 3 years, that I released it to someone who needs it, and that it's going to be taken care of when I get there. And I'm not going for a size 6. I'm going for this fit image in my head of this health. I want to be able to do handstand walks. I want to be able to do a full pull up. I want to be able to do a Spartan race. I want to keep doing Zumba and dances and mud runs and things that we get to do together. Like, I want to be able to always do what I want to do. And if that means I stay a size 10 and I'm doing it healthy, I'm going to stay a size 10. If that means that I get to see what it feels like to be a size 6 for the first time since elementary school, then I get to, feel what that's like. But I'm not going to hold that expectation. I'm going to quit holding that over my head and kind of release that with the season, with the fall. And can I tell you how great my room feels since letting go of those expectations and being okay with it? Because I'm not quitting my journey. I'm not quitting being healthier. I'm just quitting the expectation of I need to wear these jeans next year. And who knows, sometimes when you take your mind off the focus of I need to, you end up getting there faster. So that's one of the other things that I quit doing. Have you ever heard the saying, a watched pot never boils? And have you ever sat there and watched your hard-boiled eggs boil and it takes so long? Now, in the other side of things, have you ever started to boil eggs and then turn around to do all these other things, like start laundry, start cutting veggies and washing fruit, and it overflows, that fuzzy like water gets all over your stove and you make a big boiled mess, and it seems like it happened in no time? It's because your focus wasn't on that mundane second by second, minute by minute. And so I really feel like sometimes focusing on the number loss and the weight loss and the deadline is something we can quit. And what I mean is, if your goal is to lose 5 pounds this month, and you say, I'm going to lose 5 pounds this month, if you have that set in your head and you just keep focusing on lose 5 pounds, lose 5 pounds, lose 5 pounds, it's going to feel hard and uncomfortable and stressful. And every day that the scale goes up or down for some unknown reason is going to take you on an emotional roller coaster right with it. And in the end, let's worst case scenario it. If you don't lose that 5 pounds by October 31st, what is going to happen? Are you going to quit your health journey? Are you going to say, well, I didn't lose 5 pounds, so I'm done. I'm done being healthy. I'm done exercising. I'm done eating veggies. I'm done with water. Like, I'm just done. I'm going to say probably not, because I've never seen something we ignore get better. And I think this is where some of the diet mentality and the culture of, I got to do it quick, I got to do it now, it's now or never, it's got to be instant, where it's really taken a toll on what I firmly believe our programs offer the lifestyle. And that I believe this is the first time I've kept the weight off and been on this healthy journey for 5 years instead of 3 weeks or 3 months, is because I am learning how to live this way. And I don't have to ignore the cake or the pizza or the cookies. I'm not eating them every week. I'm not eating them every day, but I don't have to ignore them or make them a bad thing. They happen. It's part of life. So let go of that expectation, and more, instead of focusing on, I need to lose 5 pounds, focus on, I need to take this action. So to lose 5 pounds, we're going to have to move a little, drink some water, add some veggies, maybe add our vitamin shake if we're not drinking it. Like, there's actions that we need to take. Focus on those tasks. And that's part of what the Spectacular September and the Spooktacular October are about focusing on the actions and celebrating those actions. I have to give like a shout out to Kathy for completing her first program. Not only did she get her 30 workouts done, but she also did extra credit workouts. She did bonus, she did some walks, she did some Zumba. She like really got out there and did some extra things as well. And that feels good. And whether or not 30 workouts equals 5 pounds or even 1 pound, we don't really know. Everything takes time. Our body has to adjust. Things are changing and moving, especially if you're working out. You're going to have some muscle build. You're going to hold on to water as your body repairs the muscle you're building. There's so many different things that happen. But if we keep doing that 30 over and over, what's going to happen in 100 days? What's going to happen in a year from now? We're going to have hundreds of workouts that are done compared to none. And so my assumption is, when we get to the end of a year, having filled our task checklist, adding in the water, adding in the veggies, adding in the vitamins, adding in that mindset work, adding in that movement, we are going to be at a higher version of ourselves. And that will be progress, whether it takes 30 days or 6 months, you will be there. And I think sometimes we hold on and we overestimate what we can do in 30 days or 6 months or 60 days. We overestimate what we can do, but we underestimate what we can do in a year. And so just giving yourself that grace to let go the expectation of a date. Something else that I stopped recently, this is very recent for me. I used to hit, if it didn't happen on my Apple Watch, the workout didn't happen. I used to hit my free workout, like, so it would calculate my calorie burn while I was working out. And that's something I stopped doing this summer. I stopped doing that for a couple different reasons. I started noticing that when I lift weights, my calorie burn is a lot lower, which it actually is in the moment of the workout. And then I started kind of like beating myself up if I didn't burn a certain amount of calories for the day. I started, well, maybe I shouldn't have maybe I shouldn't have 2 servings of rice at lunch, because I didn't burn 200 calories. I only burned 110. Like, I started kind of negotiating with my food a little bit, and it started becoming this negative obsession with the number of calories on my watch. Because it became a negative obsession, I released it and I have only been recording my runs on my watch. I have not been recording my workouts. Now, a couple different things with calorie burns to pay attention to. Every watch or calorie counter tracks differently. If you didn't set yours up for your height, your weight, your muscle mass, and your body type, and all the calibrations of your heart and everything, it may not be giving you an accurate burn. But then the other thing is, if you burn 130 calories doing 30 minutes of weights, and you burn 300 calories doing 30 minutes of cardio, which workout do you think burned more calories in that day? Any guesses? The cardio, or the weights? Whoever said weights, you got it. Yes. And the weights is because you burn only that small amount in the 30 minutes. However, the burn of rebuilding your muscle and the repair work and the growth work that happens the next 4 to 8 hours is burning calories, where after a cardio workout, you don't. So it's very deceiving. You can think, I need to spend more hours doing cardio, when in reality, that's not the case. And so because a calorie is not a calorie, I really had to give up taking that as a marker. I started making the fact that I did a workout be my success for the day, instead of hitting a certain calorie mark, because it's all going to add up over time. The next thing that I cut out is Netflix and HBO before I did what I said I would. I am very easily can be pulled into a Netflix series, and gosh, that next, like I can tell you, what haunts me is the days I lost when the pop-up comes, are you still watching? And I'm not making eye contact right now, because I have done that often. Are you still watching? And if you know, you know. If you don't know, don't go learn. It's okay. You don't need to find out. Just take my word for it. When that pop-up comes, it's usually because I've now spent 6 to 8 hours watching someone else live life, instead of finding a way to live my life. And it's usually when I'm feeling the most crunched, the most stressed, and I have the most piling up to do, and it feels like I need a break before I even start. And I go down this rabbit hole of Netflix. Now, I'm not saying Netflix is bad. I'm not saying HBO is bad. I'm not saying Hulu's bad. I'm just saying, if you've been there and you've struggled with, all of a sudden I lost my whole Saturday, and in reality, I start my Saturday with a hour-long run group. I have a leader meeting. I have a business meeting. I do a lot of stuff before that happens on a Saturday. And I do need to recharge and give some time to recharge, but I don't need to do that numbing on a daily basis. And if I am doing it as a daily thing before I get my work done, I notice my energy shifts. I notice I'm not giving as much to my workouts. I notice a little more silly food slips in, and I don't feel as good about myself. And I start withdrawing and pulling back from the things that are positive. And so if I ever go silent, I'm giving you permission to text or call me, even like call me out in the group and say, Jen, you're not watching Netflix, are you? Because if I go silent, that's where I'm hiding. That's my numbing. That's where I'm hiding. And so I've learned for myself that I need to make that be a reward later. I need to do whatever it is I'm avoiding, because for real, the pain is in this decision moment. Like, if you think about, if you've ever done anything super scary, like a roller coaster or one of those like big slingshot things at the beach, or if you've ever jumped out of a plane, like I've never parachuted. I can't see myself doing that. But if you've ever done something like that and you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, or even like going down a ski slope. Like I think I went, like before I went down the ski slope, I just like stood there like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the panic and the stress and the fear is in that moment before you take action. When you actually are going down the ski slope, or you're in the ride and you can't stop it, or you're falling out of a plane, I hear it's great. I hear that part's great. It's the moment before you take the action that's the agony. And so the longer you hold in that weight of making the decision, that's where the pain is. And so just even if it's just one step forward, even if it's just one glass of water, even if it's just one shake, if it's just one 10-minute workout, if it's just one walk around the block or up the stairs, just one thing to get you moving forward. And you may not even want to go watch Netflix then, or watch Netflix while you're prepping your meals. Make it something productive that you can do with your stuff. And again, maybe this is not you. This is what I struggled with and had to let go of. Another thing I had to let go of was buying things instantly. I love to help people. I love to help people when they ask me to order something. I think I bought 20 sets of press-on nails last year. Every time someone asked me, I said yes, I wanted to help. What I found is rewarding myself with those things without actually doing anything kind of helped me with instant gratification, and then it made me not want to delay other things for rewards. And in our journeys, if you want faster results or you need to get healthy for a medical reason in a quicker, shorter amount of time, the longer that we give in to instant temptation, the harder the journey is going to be. And so what I started doing is I had to say no. I had to say no to some people. I say, you know what? I haven't worn the ones I bought. I'm so sorry. I would love to support you. I'll make sure to comment and like some of your posts to support you, but I can't purchase anymore right now until I use the ones I have. When I wanted to go buy something on Amazon, I added it to a wish list. And one thing that I had to do is I actually took my credit card off of Amazon. Like you can delete your payment. I deleted the payment that actually had money so that I couldn't just go buy it. And then when I wanted something from Amazon, when I wanted the new outfit or the new Zia workout gear, I set a goal for myself. I can buy it when I finish that workout program. So like if I was Kathy, I would go buy a new workout outfit because I completed Let's Get Up. Like if I finished something that I said I would go to my wish list on Amazon and purchase something. Or if it's something that's like a really, 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 really big good deal and you got to get it now, don't use it or open it until you hit a goal, and wrap it up for yourself. Make it special. That way you're not like giving into those instant rewards. So I had to quit rewarding myself for nothing. I'd be very careful with that because we are worthy to give to ourselves and to replenish and to recharge and lift ourselves up. I just want it to be, am I just buying to buy, or can I use this to help me do that thing that's been hard to do? You know, maybe if I use my tracker book for a whole week, I will go buy something off my Amazon wish list for $10 if I'm trying to get to tracking. You know, maybe when I watch all my nutrition videos and I meal plan and I make my meal prep on Sunday, then I'm going to go buy that new book or download an Audible to reward myself for doing that. And it doesn't always have to be money. I have some things in the group that you can use. Here's a big one that I actually needed permission from someone else before I could do. So I don't know if you know this about me, but I am very much a rule follower. Sometimes I follow rules that nobody else knows. There's like, if there's just an unspoken rule that I think should exist in the office, I have already like held myself to this rule that nobody else in my company holds themselves to because they don't know it. It's in my head. But in my head, I had this rule that we had to do this, you know? And so I honestly, from day one, was very much saying, you got to finish your workout program. You got to finish your workout program. You got to complete the program. I needed that gift to finish. I needed to complete Core de Force. That was my first program. And I needed to feel that I could do something and achieve it. 5 years later, I've gone from working out 5 times a month to easily 7 days a week, 5 days a week, actual hard workouts. And at this point in my life, I was training for a half marathon. I was working 60 to 70 hours at work, and we had 2 new programs come out, and I was trying to train for my half marathon and do both the new programs and finish them. And I got to this point where I couldn't do it. And I kept falling behind further and further. Now, here's the thing. I was working out at least 30 minutes a day, 6 days a week. But in my brain, because I didn't finish the program, I was falling behind and a failure. And because I couldn't show you a before and after for completing one program because I didn't get to finish 645 or I didn't get to finish, the current promotion, like I thought that I was less than, but I've shown up every day. And so I realized someone gave me permission. Julie Voorhees talked on a call and she said, you know what, stop. If you think you have to finish a program because you're trying to do all the things and you can't do all the things, I give you permission to stop finishing the program. Are you moving your body? Are you moving your body every day? Are you spending at least 30 minutes honoring your body and moving it in some way? Yes. Then give it up. You will finish the program. Like put an X, put a calendar. It may take you 6 weeks to do a 4-week program. It may take you 3 months to do a 1-month program. Don't beat yourself up to the point of being a failure if you're working out every day and you're just not completing the one program. And this is what I needed to hear in my part of my journey. Now, I said this is something that you got to be really careful with because I 100%, like 70% of people do not finish their program. So Kathy, you're in the top 30% for finishing a program and getting that completion shirt. You should feel proud about being in that top 30%. Feel good about that. And I encourage it. But if you are letting the fact that you didn't finish a program think that you have to restart all the time, doesn't that get exhausting to have to restart all the time? Like that feels horrible. And to think someone who's kept over 100 pounds off for 3 years, who's been working out consistently on Zoom at least 4 days a week at 6 a.m. for 3 years straight, like to think they think they're a failure because they didn't finish a program, but they've been working out every day. I had to let go of completing a program. And especially with the bike coming, I was like, how am I going to finish a program now? I got to run 2 days a week, bike a day a week, bike 2 days a week. By the time I finish 645, it'll be a year-long program. And you know what? I love that Julie gave me that grace of like, you don't have to finish the program. It's about healthy movement. It's about a lifestyle. Find different ways. And if you're not having joy in the program you're doing, and completing it is not going to help you get to that next level of I am power that you should feel for yourself, let it go and do something that fires you up. Turbo Fire fires me up. Core de Force fires me up. Dancing fires Kathy up. Pick a program that fires you up and then feel good that you're moving and doing the program, and don't let it drag you down if you don't get it done in that amount of time the calendar says. Yes, get your free shirt if you like free stuff. Yes, do the program all the way. It's made by personal trainers so that it helps you with the best results in that way. But if you're not moving and you're going to moving, don't let completing a program stop you from succeeding. I almost quit on myself so many times because I didn't finish something. And in reality, one is better than none. And so if you did something, you took a step forward, celebrate that and keep going forward. The last thing, I had a whole bunch more, like I've quit a whole bunch of things. I quit waiting on Mondays. I quit saying I'm going to be better next week. I just started saying, you know what? I ate the 2 pieces of pizza at work. Whatever happens tomorrow happens. I'm just going to get right back to it. Drink water, keep going. I'm not going to wait for Monday. Today's a day. It's a life. It counts. And don't wait to get past a holiday, because very quickly, like we have Halloween, Thanksgiving, we have all the holidays, the New Year, then we get into Super Bowl weekend, then we get into Valentine's, then we get into St. Patty's Day, then we get into Easter, then we get into Cinco de Mayo. There's always an excuse. And if it's not a holiday, there's a birthday, I promise you. So there is always an excuse to have a party or have something silly. So waiting to get past the holiday is just giving more power to those patterns and habits that you're trying to break. And so that's the last thing that I want to share before I take us silent. So I'm going to stop the recording so we can share and kind of ask and see if anything that I've said spoke to you that you want to quit to kind of liberate and free yourself for fall, like let go of those leaves that are holding you back and shake them off and start moving forward. And that is, if you didn't get to watch the Unleash Her, I'm not all the way through it. I've been working through it, during, like listening to it when I can listen to it in the drive and after work. And I love the pattern breaking that she talked about. So even if you're not building this business, or even if you don't have a side business or an entrepreneur, I think understanding patterns and how our life is just our patterns, and our goal is to just live more of the healthy patterns more often, is so freeing. So I really encourage you to listen to that. Even if you skip past through the Beachbody stuff, like make sure you have that recording, check it out. I'll give it to you if you didn't see it in the group. But I just love the pattern breaking when she does the clapping and teaches you how to break the pattern. And so much of what she was sharing, it's just really, right now she's talking about our belief system and how everything that we live and do, and the difference between succeeding and not at any aspect of life, is what you believe. And so I'm just really, really loving that talk. I'll make sure that everybody has it. But I'm going to say thank you. I'd love to hear if you quit something because of this, or if you want to talk through if quitting something might be for you to help you move forward. And I'm going to go spend some time with the ladies who joined me tonight, and I'll see you later.